Hi, everybody. It's time for our week ahead spread for Monday, April 6th through Sunday, April 12th. Um, I'm running a day late on this. Sorry about that. Still playing catch up today. Um, oh, looked like there was something in my classes. Okay, so as you can see, we have our three cards here from our same questions that we answer every week, and that is, what do we need to think about this week? What do we need to do this week? And what is the challenge that we face this week? So let's get this show on the road, shall we? All right. What do we need to think about this week? For that, we drew the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands normally stands for quietly contained passion, which I never quite heard that description for that card, but I really like the way that sounds. Hang on, I gotta pause again. Okay, we're back. Where did I leave off? Okay, basically the meaning that for this particular deck, for this particular card, is quietly contained passion. I had never quite heard it put that way before, and so I had to kind of think about it for a little bit. Quietly contained passion, and it made me realize that there are a lot of people in this world who are very passionate about things: artwork, music, sports, mathematics, science. I mean, you name it, and there is somebody somewhere in the world that's passionate about whatever you can come up with, A to Z, and that's pretty cool. And so the queen, this is what she represents: is this um, usually considered a healing and nurturing woman with quietly contained passion. And when you think of it in those terms, especially those who are empaths or healers or doctors or nurses, they, because of the nature of the work that they do, which is caring for others, nurturing others, they tend to have a quietly contained passion. And so this is something that Spirit is wanting us to think about this week, is a means of seeking an outlet for our energy when it comes to new projects, helping others, um, uh, looking at different ways of approaching different problems or different projects, but that we actually can get more done and can really sort of, I'm trying to think of how to word it. We can get a lot more done when we we may be passionate about something, but we kind of keep it quiet. It's not something that we're on the rooftop blasting at the top of our lungs, right? We're not up there shouting for everybody. We're just doing what needs to be done. And that is what happens when you deal with that kind of passion. It's not a loud passion. It's not something that you have to jump up and down and wave your arms out and, look at me, look at me. Most people, when they're dealing with this kind of thing, it is something that's quiet and contained, and they work at it. They're methodical with it. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to tell us this week, is we need to quietly contain our passion. We need to find different ways to find an outlet for our energy when it comes to, new stuff going on. There's so much going on in the world right now. Oh my God, it's like every hour you have to reset because it's so chaotic and so kinetic. And unfortunately, the current administration, they want to be the ones that are at the top of the building shouting, shouting from the rooftops. They don't understand what quietly contained passion means, because their way of operating is to stand at the top of the hill and wave their arms and yell and scream, "Look at me, look at me, look at me, aren't I wonderful?" And most people look at them and look at what they do, and they are thinking to themselves, yeah, no, you're not. But for somebody that just comes in and they do the work, they just slide right into the workforce or into a home, or just whatever the case may be, they kind of just slide right in there with their very passionate nature of how they want to deal with things, but they're not loud about it. They're not having to toot their own horn and scream at the top of their lungs. That's just not the way they operate. They operate on that quiet level, and they tend to get a hell of a lot more work done that way than the ones who are yelling and screaming at the top of their lungs. Because usually the ones yelling and screaming at the top of their lungs don't know what they're doing. And so they make up all this noise and all this chaotic energy to get you to focus elsewhere so that you don't notice that they don't know what they're doing. So I think that's what Spirit is trying to point out to us, is whatever it is we're working on it, keep it in that down low, contained, quiet, passionate resolve, and just work at it. And when you start looking around and you're seeing people jumping and hollering and whooping and carrying on, and like they do in this administration, that's, those are the people that don't pay attention to them, because 9 out of 10 times they don't know what the hell they're doing. And all they're doing is making a bigger mess than what was already there. So I think that's the point Spirit's trying to point out to us, is whatever it is that we're passionate about, whatever it is that we're working on, do it in a way that honors what it is we're working on. We don't have to toot our own horn. If you do a good job and you're passionate about it and you're there, you put in all your effort with it, you don't need to stand at the top of the hill and yell and scream saying, "Look at me," because people are going to notice. Wow, did you see what Sarah did last week? She came in the office and she put in like an extra 20 hours and never said a word, and got this fantastic slideshow put together, or project processed and put together. That kind of thing. People will notice what you do when you do it in such a way that you're not yelling and screaming at the top of your lungs. And they'll know who is the one who's responsible for that kind of work. And so that's what we need to focus on, is taking what we're passionate about and just doing the job. We don't have to yell and scream at the top of our lungs. Just do what needs to be done. All right, next up, we've got our next question is, what do we need to do this week? And for that, we drew the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is kind of thought of as a time to regroup, maybe look into meditation, something that helps you kind of ground yourself and find your center. It's recharging your spiritual strength so that you can solve the problems that are coming up. And in a lot of cases, when we're just quietly going about our business, doing our thing, then what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're grounded, that we've gotten our rest, that we're aware of what's going on and what we're doing, so that everything flows smoothly. Part of what the Four Swords also represents is taking that time to recharge your spiritual strength. That will help you solve the problem. And so there are a lot of different ways of following through on that. But again, in order to do something and do it well and have it be efficient and be extraordinary, and people are going to notice that it got done, and Bob's the one that did it, he spent like the last 2 months busting his butt on this deal, that kind of thing. That's when we need to also remember that we have to take time to recharge our batteries, to regroup, to meditate, to find that center, to focus in on your chakras, that whether if it's just one chakra, and I don't know what they all are, so I'm not going to pretend to know, but it's that business of feeling the spirit moving through you, knowing that in order to do what needs to be done and to do it efficiently and quietly, is you have to have that me time. You have to have that time to sit and meditate, sit and just to be able to recharge your batteries so that you can keep going. We're not all the ever ready battery, the little rabbit ding ding ding, that goes around. Eventually it runs out of juice. And if you're not putting in new batteries or recharging that battery, eventually you're going to quit spinning and dancing around the floor, right? So that's very important for all of us. Not only physically, that we recharge and regain new energy by taking that time to center ourselves and to spend time spiritually, just kind of connecting with divine source, is it will give you new ideas on how to solve problems that we may be dealing with. It will give us the physical energy to deal with how we're going to fix something or how we're going to deal with something. It's when you become chaotic and unmoored, and you're not centered, and you're not dealing with that inner spiritual strength that we all rely on. That's when things tend to get really chaotic and really crazy, and everybody's running around, hair on fire, screaming at the top of their lungs. That doesn't get you anywhere. That doesn't do you any good. It may get you attention for a few minutes, but it doesn't solve the problem of what we're working on. And so part of thinking smart and doing things in a way that's going to really help to solve our problems is to have that quiet, peaceful, meditative time where you can just plug into spirit. You can download the messages that they're wanting us to have. It's like plugging into a socket, right? And you're getting all charged up. And so that's a lot of what Spirit wants us to do this week, is take the time to charge our batteries. Because I strongly believe that within the next few weeks, there's going to be some major, drastic, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening kind of moment, okay? And in order for us to deal with it and know what to do to take care of it, we have to recharge, and we have to ground, and we have to center ourselves. Now, real quick, let me take a sip. All right, now, our last question that we have is the Three of Cups, and that is, what is our challenge that we face this week? Now, the Three of Cups, that stands for being surrounded by those who make you happy, the simple pleasures in life, friendships, celebrations, a circle of support, loved ones. You look at the Three of Cups, and it depicts people that are celebrating, they're happy, they're enjoying their time together. I think this is what Spirit is trying to let us know, that this is a challenge that we face this week, is don't cut ourselves off from those who make you happy. Don't cut yourself off from the simple pleasures in life, the friendships, the celebrations, the support, the family members, because that is what helps us grow, as well as ground, as well as being able to take a step forward and say, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. It can be really difficult, especially during times like we're dealing with now, that having that level of happiness and joy and pleasure is very difficult to hold on to, because you have all this chaos in the world that's running around and chasing you up and down the hallways, and you can't get anything done. And so part of our challenge, I think, is to take that time, look at what it is that gives us that joy, that celebration, that love, that caring, just all the simple pleasures, things that just make you happy. Is we have to nourish that happiness, and we have to protect that kind of happiness so that it continues to grow, not only within us, but within those that are near us. And so in order for us to be able to look at what's going on in the world, to think about what it is we need to do to deal with it, to physically ground ourselves, challenge ourselves, tell ourselves, okay, if I deal with this, then I need to go about it this way. These are the challenges we face, is that it's real easy to lose context of having that support system around you, of being around people that love you, that like you, that celebrate you. When we buy into all the chaos and everybody's running around acting crazy, it tends to disconnect us from those who matter most. You see that a lot with people who work long hours and whatnot, and something has to give. Well, they don't give on their job for whatever reason they may have. And so their family life will suffer for it. Their friendships will suffer for it. And so I think that's part of the challenge that Spirit is trying to bring out to us this week, is we have to keep in mind those that are around us, that give us that joy and that pleasure, and makes us feel good, and provides us with those loving, caring relationships that make everything go a little smoother and act a little better. It's really important to keep that in perspective, and to know that our challenge is to not lose that contact. That's what's so important. We have to hang on to that for all we've got. So this is gonna be a week, y'all. Let me tell you that there's all kinds of crap happening. Um, I try not to get too political on the weekly spreads. Sometimes it just kind of rears its ugly head and it's like, talk about me. So there's a lot of crap that's getting ready to come down. A lot of us have felt it. Some thought it would happen sooner than it has. Some think it's going to be a while down the road. I'm of the mind that we're kind of already in it right now. It's happening in smaller increments so that it's not quite as noticeable. It's like putting a frog in a pot of water and then slowly heating up the water. Well, the frog doesn't realize it's becoming frog soup because it doesn't know that it's in water that's being heated up to boil until it's boiling. It's not, whereas if you took a frog and just threw it into a pot of boiling water, it would jump right out again. So it's that same kind of concept. Don't allow our vision to be cut off from what we know is happening because it's happening on a slow burn. We have to stay focused. We have to stay grounded. We have to keep what's important to us close to our hearts so that as each little thing happens, we're there to say, oh, right there. There's another one right there on the list. So that by the time you get to the end of the week, you're like, holy crap, look what we had to deal with this week. And I think that's what's going to happen. I really feel like we're getting ready to have some major stuff come down and kind of whack us in the head, whether if we're ready or not. So it's important to keep all of these elements in our minds to know that we have to prepare ourselves mentally, spiritually, physically, just in every aspect. We have to really wrap ourselves up with what's important for us to do. And that's what's going to get us through this week. Because God only knows next week may be 100 times worse. Then again, it may be 100 times better. I'm just saying, anything's possible, right? So have a good week. Try not to let things get under your skin too bad. I mean, there are times when you have to step out. You have to say, no, time out, stop. This is wrong, or this is illegal, or this is unconstitutional, and we have to stop you in your tracks right here. It's important to be aware of that. At the same time, it's important to keep our relationships, our family relationships, our friendships, our work relationships. It's really, really important that we keep those in context and that we keep ourselves grounded and prepared for what may happen next so that we aren't the ones panicking and running around screaming, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That doesn't do any good. So, Spirit's letting us know stuff's getting ready to hit the fan, as the old saying goes. In order to be ready for it, in order to do what's necessary to deal with it, we have to prepare for it. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, just all the way around. We got to be prepared for it. So, y'all have a good week. Hopefully it won't be as bad as I'm afraid it might gonna be, but we'll have to wait and see what happens next. So take it one moment at a time, one issue at a time, and just know that stay grounded, stay focused, stay plugged into Spirit so that we can kind of get through this, because there's more crap coming down the road, y'all. And it's like I keep telling y'all, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And so we have to be prepared. All right. Y'all have a great week. I'm sure I will see y'all tomorrow, the next day, I think I got something every night this week. So again, trying not to overdo it. I've spent the weekend being kind of sort of sick and trying not to get worse sick. So I've been trying to scale back a little bit. Be like, okay, let's take a breath. I've been getting lots of rest, a lot more than normal. So y'all have a good week, and hang in there. It will get better eventually. It's not going to be by 2 o'clock tomorrow, as Mel likes to say, but it is going to be better. It's just going to take a little while, and we got a lot of fighting to stand up for what we believe in, and we got to be ready for it. All right, guys, I love you. Y'all have a great day, great week. We'll talk soon. You'll see me every day. All right, bye for now.